posts are screwed down now. I put all the screws into all the brackets on that, so they're all stable.
Oh, on the bottom?
Yeah, on the bottom and on the post. What'd you call that? What are those called? Post top, post?
Cap.
Post cap. You know, and I was looking at them, and I'm pretty sure we got them on upside down. But if you put them on the other way, the way they're supposed to go, they don't fit. Because it's not actually a 6x6, it's only 4.5 by 6. So it works the way we got it, and it'll keep it from sliding off of there, so I don't care. Do you care?
Nope.
I don't care. Once the floor's on, you ain't got to see them to know they're upside down, so. You sure you don't want to just go fishing today? You're such a slave driver. Okay, so these aren't up here or even in the right place. Like, we just set up some 2x12s across there. I mean, they go there, but we just have them overlapped, not quite right. But we just wanted to see how far off level we were. And these two posts right here and right here will have to be shimmed underneath a little bit. But other than that, that's pretty close to being level. So that's the way that's going to go. Don't put too many nails. You gotta nail this side too. Oh. You have to nail it from this side too. So don't use the whole box on one side because we only have one box of screws.
I need a full one.
Well, don't you want to come over here and nail this?
You know, I'm going to nail all this side, then I'll go on the other side and nail it back. I don't want to start keep climbing back and forth over the wall.
You're so lazy. Let me through. Alright, slide it down there. Hold the tape up on the other end. It's too long. Oh yeah, we're doing got the wrong board there, Osh.
I'm going to put my apron on.
Alright, we need some half-inch pieces.
Now do you hear it?
Is that OSB half-inch?
So.
Okay, give me pieces of that. We got us a girder. Now, we gotta start working our way through all of the 2x10s and putting up the floor joists. And that's gonna be a lot of work.
Don't remind me.
Alright guys, little update here. We're using these 2x12s as the rim board for the floor joists. The floor joists are going to butt up against here and hang on a hanger. So what I'm going to do, because these are just nailed to the post, I'm going to cut some 2x6s to fit underneath this just to give it more support because it'll be supported by the concrete. So on each one I'll cut a 2x6 to help hold up these 2x12s, and we'll nail that to the post there. Come flush. Nail it up against that post down there.
Nail or true?
Nail to the column. Here, I got this, Osh. Go get the laser stick. Because we'll have to laser the top and make sure that it's right. Actually, honey, don't nail it yet. Ocean, you just push it in to that wall. Oh, you're not standing up straight with the laser. All right, now bring me that. Go ahead and stick a nail in it. It's fine. That'll be cold there. Now come down here with your screw gun to the outside of the house. Okay, so we went back to town and we bought us another toy. I'm hoping we can sell some of these tools when we're all done, but we wanted to make our life easier, so we bought this little jewel right here. This is what you would call a positive placement nail gun or a metal connector nail gun. So what it does is, unlike our nail gun, the nails on this stick out so you can see, you can place the tip of the nail where you want it. Because we've got 82 floor joist brackets or joist brackets that we need to put up. Each bracket takes 8 nails. That's a lot to do with a hammer. So we picked this up. It's gonna make our life much easier. And hopefully when the house is all done, we'll be able to resell some of these tools because they're just gonna be used this one time. So some of them we might keep, but we would definitely like to see if we could sell some of them when we're done. So tomorrow we will get started. We got this one floor joist up right here, the one that we did, and I just put the hanger on it to try out that nail gun. So put the hanger up there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it actually has 10 nails in each side. So 10 times 82 brackets, that's 820 nails that we would have to drive with a hammer. I'm very glad we got that nail gun. It's also very light, very easy to handle, so I like it. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see how many of these floor joists we can get up. I think we've got everything all set now. We're ready to go ahead and put them up. I might stay out here tonight and mark out my 1 foot on center. were worried about these 2x10s, some of them being 9¼ inches and some of them being 9⅛ inches. And let me tell you, there was absolutely no reason to worry, because none of these 2x10s are straight. And there's nothing you can do about that in construction, from what I'm understanding, because you have a whole bunch of them delivered to you and you can't send them all back because they're crap. You have to use what you have. So, unfortunately, we hauled home 82 2x10s, and I don't think there was one straight one in here. They weren't twisted too badly, but they all have a crown. Not all the same crown, not all the same amount of crown. So I don't see this floor being perfectly flat and level. We can definitely tell on some of these boards where they're crowned much more than some other ones. So what are you gonna do? We're just gonna do the best we can. Now, we had an option on bridging or blocking on these floors. So over here in the middle, if I can get here. Okay, so these boards here are blocking. They're made out of 2x10s because that's what the floor joists are made out of, and they're sitting on top of the girder. Now, we had an option. We could cut a whole bunch of those blocks and put them in between the floor joists to keep the floor joists from wiggling back and forth. Or we could do what they call bridging. Now, a lot of bridging is made out of 1x3s, 1.5 by 3s, 1.5 by 4, something like that. But that would have meant cutting down a whole bunch of lumber to that size, putting angles on each end, and that was going to be a lot of work. So we went down to our friendly box store and we bought these steel bracing pieces. They're called bracing. No, they're not. What are they called? Joist bracing? I don't know what they're called. But they're just a metal bar, basically. You have to bend over the ends. It has to have 2 nails per end. We put one on the top and one on the end. You have to put them in an X. So we put those in yesterday. On this half of the house, we put 2 rows of them. We put a row here and then we put a row over there. And we did that because what I was reading said that you should have them every 6 feet. Well, that ended up too close because this is 15 foot something halfway. So we did 5 feet, 10 feet, and then the middle is basically 15 feet. Then after doing that, I was doing some more reading, and I read that you only had to put them every 8 feet. So on this half of the house, we just put 1 row of them right down the middle, which is 7.5 feet. So probably spent a little bit more money than we needed to, but the floor will be sturdy anyways. So today we are going to work on plywood so that we can walk around in here without falling through. But come to find out, the best thing for putting down the subfloor are screws. We want number 8 1.5" screws. We didn't have any. We didn't pick up any when we bought the plywood. We thought we were going to use ring shank nails, but when we went to start this morning, we found out we didn't have enough nails. So Eddie has gone to town to get some screws. The stores, we need approximately 2,000 screws. The stores don't seem to sell boxes of screws that big, so I sent him to just find what he could find, and we'll get done what we can, and then we'll probably have to order some more screws or something. Hopefully they'll get more in stock. But so that's where we're at. We're just waiting for him to get home so we can get started. Well, we got some screws. They're the only screws that all 3 stores had. There are 2 Lowe's here and a Home Depot, and these are the only screws that we could find, or Eddie could find. I did look online before he went to town. But so we've got multi-purpose exterior deck screws with a star head. So at least it's a star head, because I don't like Phillips heads. But yeah, screws are expensive and hard to find. All right, let's get some flooring on. I hope we can get at least 3 or 4 pieces on today. It's starting to get a little bit late and it's very hot. It's 103 degrees today. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, and which side of the plywood goes up? The side with the knots or the side without the knots? What does the other side of that piece look like?
It's worse than that.
It is worse than that?
Yeah.
See, I don't know if there's an upside or downside. It doesn't say so. Because on OSB it tells you this side up. Plywood doesn't do that. So, see what I can do here. I haven't even got the floor on. You're moving in already?
Hey, can't do without my beer.
You gotta have beer to put the floor down.
Damn right. Sorry.
Good bug.
I hope so. I don't.
Yep, I got it. One more piece, babe, and you're all done.
Yeah, we got a whole floor.
Well,
No holes to fall in.
we got a big house with nothing in it but a refrigerator and some chairs. Wow, that made me dizzy. Sorry, that probably made you guys dizzy too. One more piece, babe.
One more.
Actually, it's almost a piece and a half.
And it's already hot out here.
Are you gonna dance a jig now that we have a floor?